Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Salt
will destroy
your silver. Let's explore! Oh my! Don't do this to your silver. Pouring salt on it. You know what? It'll just eat it right up. Should you be doing that? I don't know. You know, this is technically an April Fool's joke, but who will have the last laugh? Because I'm doing an experiment, and even though this is somewhat of an April Fool's joke, and dare I maybe even say clickbait, for April Fool's Day, we gotta have to have a little fun every once in a while. This is an opportunity to tell you about an experiment that I've been doing, and there are some die-hard viewers who are aching for an update for an experiment that I did. I'll post a link to the video at the end screen of this video where I did an experiment that has been inspired by one media man who says that seawater has destroyed, well, salt in sea has destroyed silver. So I did an experiment, and this is the result of the experiment. I'm going to move that aside here. And what you're looking at here is a 2020 Silver Eagle that has been bathed in salt and then water poured in. And that video is up that shows this being put into place, and the water and the salt being poured and surrounding this Silver Eagle. Now, since that video has been done, I have not seen what the results of this are yet, and it's going to be a while before I do it. But I wanted to show you that it is still here, and this inside of here is the original water that it came with, that I poured into it from that video. So for those of you who missed it, I hope you could take the opportunity to check that original video out, and then we will look at this together when the time comes. Now, how long that will be, I've said, you know, maybe during the summer, but I'm almost thinking about waiting a full year because I don't think it's going to do much to it, but I could be wrong. The jury is still out on it, but it'll be a very interesting experiment to see how it plays out. So consider this an update video, letting those people that were aware, that were very curious, to let you know that the experiment is still ongoing, and it is, the water has not evaporated. It is still there, and the salt is still surrounding the eagle. But will salt destroy silver? We're going to find out in due course. In the meantime, you're just going to have to take a look at this silver eagle that has salt on it. And so for the amount of time that the salt has been on this particular coin here, this 2020 Silver Eagle, well, we're going to clear it out here in a moment and see if it did any damage. I kind of doubt it will, but it's fun to look at. And it'll be very interesting to see because, you know, silver and gold are kind of known for being pretty resistant to the elements. You can take an old silver coin and dig it out of the ground, and much of it is intact. And silver that's been under the sea for quite some time tends to be intact, at least to a point. I don't remember, you know, a lot of the silver coins and stuff. Sometimes they have toning and barnacles and things that grow on the silver, but it is essentially a natural antibacterial and antiviral to a point. Silver is. And so what happens when it has salt? Does salt corrode it away? It'd be very interesting to see in the final bit of our experiment. But the beautiful thing about precious metals is typically they don't react. And my guess is probably, and I'm going to make a guess, that the experiment with the salt in the with the water that the experiment we did, that it's going to come out looking pretty much the same even after a year. That's my bet. We shall see. But when that time does come, if I'm right and the Silver Eagle comes out unscathed, well, don't be disappointed in the results that you were hoping to see. I'll be surprised if there's any deterioration. But for the time that I have spent here talking to you guys, there's been a crust of salt all over this particular coin. Look at that. Look at that salt. It's covering that eagle. And my guess is it's probably not going to do a whole lot of corroding right here, right now. Will it destroy it? Should you pour salt on your coins? Probably not a good idea, even if it doesn't do anything, because salt is abrasive. And, you know, salt, and look, there's a little milk spot where it says, "In God We Trust" there. You can see it right here. So salt and milk, not good things. I mean, the milk spots, they kind of are corrosive to a point because they're literally embedded. But that's in the detergents. When these planchets are cleaned and the detergent stays on there and it's burnished and they're dried out and heated, it burns that into the burns that detergent in, and that's what causes those milk spots. They're pretty much impossible to get rid of unless you literally abrase the silver, and so we don't like to do that, but nonetheless, there we are. Okay, let us see here. I don't see any damage, so I think we're probably in the clear. Now the problem is I've created a mess with this salt here, but let's see if we can bring it up closer and see. Oh, that's salt. Look at that. On this April Fool's Day, April Fools. Bet you've never heard an April Fool's joke like this before. You know, I typically don't do these April Fool's videos. And I know this video will get a lot of thumbs down, probably, but that's okay. We have to have a little bit of fun here from time to time, and it's a good time to let you aware, because many people missed that video. So I want you to watch that original video if you did miss it, because we are doing an actual experiment, and that's really what it's about. It's experimentations. I also did the same thing with the acids that are in soda with a dime. I may do that one again with a pure silver coin and find some other beverage or some other liquid, or not necessarily chemical. It's got to be a household type of thing, and see what happens with silver in those kind of environments. But sometimes we like to experiment in that way to see what occurs. All right. Because as you know, gold does not react to anything except for there's certain chemicals that will dissolve gold. But when gold is dissolved, it can be reconstituted, just as was the case with a Nobel Peace Prize under Jewish-occupied Netherlands, I think. I did a video on that as well, too. And that gold medallion was dissolved and reconstituted again. So there you go. All right. So don't put salt on your coins. Let's take this salt off. See what it looks like. With it off there. Oh, look. As good as new. All right. No problems there, guys. All right. A multitude of gratitude to you all. Happy April Fool's Day, and keep your feet on the stars, and keep reaching for your silver and your salt. A multitude of gratitude.